All right. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing today? As the stream kind of progresses, go ahead and write in the chat, where you're viewing today's webinar from. I am currently doing this webinar from sunny San Diego, California, so I'd love to hear where everyone else is viewing the webinar from as well. Cool. All right, as you can see, today we'll be going over how to streamline your HR workflow with Odoo version 15. Again, my name is David Mendoza, and I'm a business advisor. Let me go ahead and go to the next screen. So, again, my name is David Mendoza. I'm the business advisor here at Odoo. And my goal here at Odoo is to work with small to mid-sized businesses, all different types of industries, in order to find out how to provide value for them here at Odoo. And the way that we usually go about this is we schedule a discovery call to understand your business processes. From there, we schedule a demo in order to demonstrate how you and your team can use Odoo. Lastly, we go over our monthly subscriptions, our wide range of yearly contracts, dive a little bit into our implementation services and also developments if need be. If anyone has any questions for me after this webinar, you can go ahead and contact me at dame@odoo.com. So today we'll be talking about the HR suite here at Odoo. And before we proceed, I would like to clarify that we will not be talking about payroll, unfortunately. Payroll is so complex that itself deserves its own webinar. So what does Odoo HR offer then? HR at Odoo offers several different functionalities, such as referrals, recruitment, expenses, and as you'll see later on in the presentation, a few more capabilities. So let's go ahead and look at the agenda for today. All right. So for today's agenda, we will be looking at the challenges that companies face when looking for HR applications, HR software. From there, we'll transition into looking at the various HR apps that we offer here at Odoo. In this portion, where I'm just going over the HR apps, I'll be pointing out some of the highlights that we offer here at Odoo, and we provide some use cases as well for those individual applications. And then finally, I will tie it all together in a live demo. And we'll be able to see these apps work in my database. I will make sure to provide a conclusion at the end and also leave some time for questions. So let's go and look at some of the challenges that customers face when it comes to looking at software. All right. So some of the challenges that customer face are, first and foremost, usability. And what does usability mean? That means having a UI-friendly software that can be used by anyone and everyone. But why is this important? It's important because UI-friendly software shortens the learning curve for you and your team. Second, traceability. And traceability means being able to keep track of every process from beginning to end. And this is important because you want to make sure that individuals can keep track of any sales order, purchase order, and in our case today, a recruitment process. The next one is integration. Integration is important because you want to have an all-in-one solution so workers don't have to jump around from software to software. Ultimately, it helps maximize efficiency and also makes it easier to communicate if everything is all in one. And then lastly, customization. And customization, what that means is just having a flexible software. But why is customization important? It's important because you want to make sure your software is moldable to better fit your business process. All right, now we'll go into the HR applications. And again, to kind of tie everything together, this is all extremely important to have, flexible and then customizable and UI-friendly software because it maximizes efficiency. So now in these next slides, I'll be talking about the different HR applications that we offer here at Odoo and how they help overcome the challenges shown above. So first and foremost, the attendance application. The attendance application helps you clock in and clock out, and it helps you time track. So some of the real use cases that the attendance application can be used for is for starting your day off in the morning at 8 in the morning, clocking in. That's recorded in our attendance application, and then also later on when you go ahead and clock out for lunch, maybe at 12, come back in at 1, that itself is recorded as well. And then ultimately at the end of the day, when you clock out for the day at 5 or whatever it may be, it's all recorded within the attendance application. Next one is our employees application. This one's important because it helps you track important employee information. And also you can create onboarding plans as well as an HR recruiter. Internally, we use the employees application to keep track of all our different employees that we have here in the company. Also, we can look at all the hierarchy structure, so we can keep track of who's connected to who, as far as the departments, and also whose managers are connected to that specific employee. Next one is the time off application. This one helps you keep track of vacation and sick time requests. And also it's easily to approve or deny those requests within this application. We do use this one internally, again, to keep track of PTO requests, sick time requests, and it makes it really easy for us as employees to submit it to our manager and our manager to get back to us and either approve or deny. We get a notification on our end and we're able to proceed from there. Next is our expenses application. This one right here is connected to our accounting application. Hence that integration all in one. Next one is we track internal expenses as well with this application. We do use this one internally in our business here at Odoo. And again, it's to keep track of any expenses that we submit to get reimbursed. The next one is our appraisal application. In our appraisal application, you can create performance reviews and also provide any employee feedback as well. We do use this one internally as well. And the way we do it is for every yearly performance review, we go ahead and submit it into our appraisal application. Next one is our referral application. Here you can see we can create incentives for employees with this application and also have any gamification features as well. We use this actually also as well at Odoo internally. And the way we use it is, again, to create any incentives for our employees to help us recruiters find top talent, and also we incentivize them when those candidates become employees. And then lastly, the recruitment application. The recruitment application is connected to our website app integration. It is integrated to our website app, I'm sorry. And you can easily create a job post from the recruitment application and reflect it into our website. All right, so now we'll be going into the live demo. And just to show you again, we'll be going over some of the HR applications in this live demo that I'll be going over today. But yeah, so far we've gone over some of the challenges that companies face when looking for HR software. We went through the HR apps that we provide here at Odoo, but now let's again look at these apps work with one another in a database. So to provide you a little bit of the story behind the demo, my demo today will be telling the story of Mendoche Motors and their process of recruiting new talent by using Odoo's HR recruitment application. In this story, I'll be playing both sides of the role of the recruiter and also the candidate applying for a role. During the story, we'll get to see some of the other HRs play a role in my story as well. So I'm going to hop out of here and go into my database. All right, so this would be the database that I created specifically for this story of Mendoche Motors. Me, I am the HR recruiter right now. I do have other functions as well, such as approving time off requests and also creating any appraisals and keeping track of expenses and my employees as well. So me as a HR recruiter, I am looking for top talent right now. Let me go into my recruitment application to see my available positions that I have open. So here I have individual boxes for each role that I have open for the company. And within each box, you can see I have different pieces of information. So here as an employer, as an HR recruiter, I can keep track of all applications I have per role. I can keep track of how many I need to recruit. I can also start recruitment for any positions that I'm going to open up in the future. And also this publish feature can also be used, again, to publish on my website that we'll see in a bit. So let me create a position right now. I'm looking for a sales manager. So let me go ahead and put sales manager for my company. Create. And now I'm able to show it right here in the back end in the HR or in the recruitment application. Let me go ahead and publish this as well. And now it should be published on the front end. Before we go in from the HR recruitment application to the front end, I also want to show you other tools that we get that I have to my disposal to recruit top talent. Again, I have that referrals application as well. So I go into my referrals application. Here, I have the gamification and all those incentives that I have for my employees to help me in the recruitment process. Here, under configuration, I can create different rewards, levels, and also keep track of my points as well. And then within here as well, I can look at all the different jobs that I have. As you can see, I have the sales manager position I just opened now, ready to be shared by one of my employees in the company, and again, to provide that incentive if that candidate that they chose ultimately becomes an employee. And it's very easy. You just share now. You can share now. You can also share via social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, or even LinkedIn. Let me hop back and go back home. And again, we're seeing that everything's connected, right? I created that job position within my recruitment application, and then from there, I was able to reflect it into my referrals application as well. Hop back into my recruitment, and now let's go into the front end of the job post. So by just clicking onto my sales manager position, I am now in the front end of my website. And as you can see, I didn't have to do any back-end work as far as creating any code or adjusting any code, again, to create this job post. And from here, I can also edit these. So I can go and edit this specific role. I can type out any other information I'd like to put. I can add any other blocks, such as maybe other text, maybe some images, or even some other features as well. And even down below, I can remove these responsibilities, take out, also edit, under this right here, what's creating the job as well. Let me go ahead and save that. And so now I'm going to be switching roles. Now from the HR recruiter, I am the candidate looking for a job position. And I see here that Mendoza Motors is looking for a sales manager. And based on the responsibilities that I see here as lead entire sales cycle, bachelor degree or higher, and then most importantly, additional languages, I feel like I'm a great fit. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go into apply now. And now I can go ahead and submit my resume. So first, let me put in my name. I'll go ahead and put Sam. Put in my email, sam@odoodemo.com. My phone number, 619-987-6543. And I can go ahead and also put a short introduction about myself, and also, most importantly, put that resume, just so they have it on file. Put that resume there. Let me go ahead and submit. So now, as Sam, I was able to submit my application for the sales manager at Mendoza Motors. Very easy on my end as well as a candidate to go ahead and submit that application. So now let me switch roles, and now I'm the recruiter. So let me hop back into my database. And as a recruiter again, now let me go into my recruitment application. And again, going through my individual positions open, I see here on my sales manager, I have one new application that I can take a look at. Let's hop in there. See out here that I have Sam as the new applicant looking to be a sales manager at my company at Mendoza Motors. But before I even hop into Sam as a candidate, let's take a look at the different stages I have here. So I have initial qualification, a first interview, second interview, and then also a contract proposal. When I hop into these stages themselves, I can go ahead and edit them as well and have that customizable feature to, again, mold it more to my process. So let's say for the first interview, it's not really called first interview in my business. Let's say it's called more of a team interview. I can go ahead and edit it and, again, fit it more to my process. Save that, and now it's ready to be, now it's, again, molded to my specific flow. But let's go into Sam, the candidate. I can go ahead and edit this as well. I can put in more information. I can edit, again, put the degree that he has, a bachelor's degree. I can put down who he may have been referred by. Maybe one of my internal users referred them. I can, after the initial interview, let's say we can also put down a salary. So he was looking for $50,000. We can also put down any tags as well. And then on my right-hand side, you can see all the changes being done in my chatter. And the chatter is great for traceability. We can keep track of the documents he uploaded, such as the bootcamp resume, and then also any expected salary that I changed as well. You also see as I continue the cycle from initial qualification to eventually contract proposal, that's all being tracked in my chatter on my right-hand side. So in this story, Sam, went through the initial qualification, did great in the team interview, and now he's in the second interview, which is the last one with the hiring manager. Before we get there, I want to make sure I reach out to to the hiring manager, which is Mark Demo, and let him know that this candidate is very good and should really be on the lookout for this one. So with the chatter, you can log notes, communicate, and people can keep track of this in the thread, can be part of this thread. So now I reached out to Mark Demo, let him know that this candidate is very good, and you'll be happy with your interview with them. So now, second interview went extremely well. Now we can go ahead and go to the contract proposal. And you can see again, everything is being tracked within the chatter on my right-hand side from each stage being changed to one another. All right, so now Sam is a great fit for our company. He's a great we feel like he's going to be an amazing sales manager. Mark Demo gave me the go and said that he's ready to go. So let's go ahead and create Sam into an employee now. So now I was able to go from my HR recruitment application, and now I'm in my employees application. I did not have to hop out of any screen or hop out of any software. Everything was all in one. So here I have Sam, the sales manager. I can put in their information so that they're work mobile, phone, or maybe an email. Here I want to specify again that manager that they're going to have, Mark Demo. And let me go ahead and save that. So now I can keep track of the hierarchy on my right-hand side, the organization chart, and I can see Sam is the sales manager, and his coach is Mark Demo. So now we can even create a launch and create an onboarding plan for Sam here from this app. So here I have the onboarding plan ready for him, and I can even customize this onboarding plan, again, to make it more fit my process and my onboarding process. I can go ahead and add lines. I can create more lines as well. Let's say I need to do like a manager meet. I can go ahead and save and new. And now I have the manager meet part of the onboarding plan. So now in this process, to continue the story, Mark Demo or Sam has been in the company for about a month. Let's say he had a lunch with one of his customers. Him and Mark Demo had a lunch, and they submitted a request. And the way we'd go into that is looking into our expenses applications here. Here we can keep track of all our expenses, and now I'm switching hats to an HR personnel who's more focused on the expenses side. So now I can take a look at all the ones I need to report or approve. So here I have Mark Demo's customer meeting, and I can take a look at everything here. Also from his end, we can keep track of any receipts that he may have submitted. And on my right-hand side, also I can keep track of all the approvals that are being made in my chatter. I can also log notes as well and reach out to Mark Demo straight from this record and let him know that I do need a receipt. But for this story, we'll go and approve. And now we're able to reimburse Mark Demo and Sam for their customer meeting that they made. And so now we'll continue the story. Let's say Sam's been in the company for a year now, and we want to go ahead and start an appraisal for him. So under my employees application, I can go under Sam, and I can request an appraisal for him here. And from here, I can go ahead and again put down who his manager is, which is Mark Demo. I can specify the appraisal date here, and then I can go ahead and save. From here, I can also confirm, and now I'll create a task for Mark Demo to fill out their appraisal for Sam. Here again, we have the opportunity to have employee feedback and also manager feedback on their end. Also, let's say Sam wants to create a time off request. They could do so within the time off application. So here, we can create, let's say Sam gave me a call, wants to take some sick time off, not feeling too well. We would just specify the employee here under Sam, and then just put down the dates that they're not feeling so well. So let's say for here, future from March 10th to the 14th. Again, you can put down the description, you can save that, and then from there, we'll create a time off approval for their manager to go ahead and approve if they can get the request. All right. So as you can see, everything was kept in one. Everything was very easy to make. Everything was easy to customize as well. I did not have to leave Odoo at all for anything. As you can see, the recruitment application was connected to my websites, but also my referrals. And then later on during the process, it was connected to my employees application, where I was able to create an onboarding plan. Also, later on, for my employees, I was able to create an appraisal for Sam. And then ultimately, also my expenses and my time off were very easy to use and create those workflows for. All right. And as promised, I did leave enough time till we go over a Q&A with everyone. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask away. All right. Let's see, any questions that I can answer for everyone? Let's see. Okay, so it looks like there's no questions. I'll go ahead and go to my next slide here. So again, my name is David. Again, I am the business advisor at Odoo. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to my email here at dame@odoo.com. Thank you again, everyone, so much for taking the time to meet with us today and attend this webinar. You can go ahead and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. And also start a free trial. That's the best way to start, to be immersed in Odoo is at odoo.com/free trial. And so thank you, everyone, and have a great day. Thank you so much.